A rejected battleship at the Galactic auction finds new life. Thanks to a young human, the Galactic auction was busy that morning. Ships of all sizes and shapes floated in the huge hall, their metal bodies shining under bright lights. Traders and buyers from different planets walked slowly along the rows of ships. Some of them had smooth silver hulls that glowed with energy. Others had long, sharp wings that looked like they could cut through space itself. But among all these magnificent vessels, one ship sat quietly in a dark corner. Its metal hull was scratched, its engines looked old, and its paint was faded. The sign in front of it read, "Sentinel rejected, unsold." Most buyers did not even look at it. They whispered to each other that the ship was too old, too weak, or too strange. Some said it was cursed. A few laughed, pointing fingers at the faded hull. "Why would anyone want that?" one alien asked. Its skin was bright green, and its eyes glowed like stars. "It cannot fight, it cannot run, it is useless," another replied. The auctioneer, a tall alien with many eyes, looked frustrated. He tapped his claw on the podium. "Last call for the Sentinel, any bids?" he called. A few seconds passed, but no one moved. Finally, with a sigh, he shook his head and said, "No buyers. This ship goes to the scrap yard if no one wants it." At that moment, a young human walked past the row of ships. His name was Liam Carter. He had brown hair, clear blue eyes, and a face full of curiosity. He was not very tall, but he moved with confidence. Most humans in the hall were not there to buy ships. They came to look, to study, or just to dream about flying among the stars. But Liam was different. He walked slowly past the bright, expensive ships, ignoring their flashy lights and smooth metal. When he reached the dark corner, his eyes landed on the Sentinel. He stopped. He stared at the ship for a long moment. Unlike others, he did not see scratches or rust. He did not see a rejected, useless ship. He saw possibilities. He saw a story that was unfinished. Liam bent down and read the faded letters on the hull. The Sentinel's engines were covered in dust, but the design seemed clever. The weapons looked old, but their arrangement was unusual. He smiled. "This ship has life left," he whispered to himself. The auctioneer noticed him. "Are you going to bid, human?" he asked with a little surprise. "I mean, you are very young." Ships like this usually go to experienced buyers. Liam did not answer right away. He walked closer and looked at the Sentinel's hull, pressing his hand lightly against the metal. "I can make it work," he said softly. Some aliens in the crowd laughed. "The human thinks he can fix it," one of them said. "He cannot even lift it from the ground," another added. Liam ignored them. He already knew the ship's hidden strengths. He had studied old blueprints from humans' archives. He knew how energy cores worked, how shields could be improved, and how even old engines could run faster with a little creativity. The auctioneer raised an eyebrow. "All right, young human, let's see your bid." Liam took a deep breath. He pressed a small panel on his wrist device and entered a number. The hall grew quiet. The number was higher than anyone expected for such a useless ship. Some aliens whispered in shock. "Does he really think he can own it? Maybe the human is crazy." Then a voice boomed from the podium. "Do I hear any higher bids?" The aliens looked at each other. No one moved. Some of them were not interested. Others could not imagine spending so much on a rejected ship. Liam's heart raced. He held his breath. "Going once," said the auctioneer. A few seconds passed. "Going twice." Silence. Finally, the auctioneer banged his claw. "Sold, the Sentinel goes to the human." The hall erupted with surprise and laughter. Aliens shook their heads. Some called him foolish. But Liam smiled and nodded. He had won. The Sentinel was his. Walking to the ship, Liam felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. He had never piloted a ship like this before. Most humans his age had never even been inside a large spaceship. But he was determined. He had a plan. He would repair it, awaken its systems, and make it fly again. As he entered the Sentinel, the doors closed with a soft hum. Inside, the ship was dark and quiet. Dust covered the control panels. The seats were worn and the lights flickered. But Liam did not feel discouraged. He switched on the main console. A faint glow appeared. Slowly, a voice echoed in the cockpit. "Hello," it said, soft and cautious. Liam jumped slightly. He had not expected the ship to talk. "Hello," he replied carefully. "My name is Liam Carter. I want to repair you." The voice paused. "Repair me? I am Sentinel. I was built to protect the galaxy, but I was abandoned. Why would a human care about me now?" Liam smiled. "Because I see what others do not. You are not broken. You just need someone to help you start again." The ship's voice hesitated, then said slowly, "Humans are fragile. Why should I trust one?" "You will see," Liam said. "I may be small, but I can think, I can fix things, and I can learn. Give me a chance." For the next few hours, Liam explored the ship. He climbed over panels, studied the engines, and checked the weapons. Some parts were old and some were missing, but nothing seemed impossible. He found the energy core and smiled. It was dirty and weak, but still intact. "You've got a lot of life left," he whispered. The AI, which now called itself Aurora, watched silently. It had been long since the Sentinel had a pilot who cared. Most humans had left ships like this behind, or worse, used them and destroyed them. But there was something different about Liam. He did not fear the ship. He treated it with respect. As night fell over the auction hall, Liam worked tirelessly. He cleaned the panels, repaired circuits, and tested small engines. Every time a system flickered to life, Aurora's voice sounded a little stronger. "Not bad, human. You may know more than I expected." Liam laughed softly. "I am learning, and you are going to be amazing." Hours passed, and the hall grew empty. Most buyers had gone home, leaving only the Sentinel and its new pilot. Liam leaned back in the pilot's seat, tired but happy. He could feel the energy in the ship. It was like the Sentinel was breathing again. Aurora spoke, her voice now clearer. "I have been abandoned before. I have seen my power wasted, but you see potential." "Yes," Liam said, "and together we will show the galaxy that no one should give up on anything. Even a rejected ship can be strong if it has the right heart." The night grew quiet, but Liam could not sleep. He sat in the pilot's seat, staring out at the stars through the wide cockpit window. He imagined the adventures they would have. He imagined flying past planets, facing dangers, and proving that humans could do incredible things. Aurora's voice broke the silence again. "You have courage, human. Most species would have ignored me or sold me for scrap, but you are different." "I have to be," Liam said softly, "because the galaxy is full of surprises, and sometimes it needs someone small, someone unexpected to make a big difference." Outside, the lights of the auction hall dimmed. Inside, a human and a ship that was once rejected began a new journey together. The Sentinel no longer felt forgotten, and Liam knew that this was only the beginning. In the distance, other ships continued to shine under the auction lights, but none of them had a human pilot who believed in them like Liam believed in the Sentinel. None of them had a chance to prove that humans could be more than they seemed, smart, brave, and capable of seeing what others ignored. And so the Sentinel waited. Its engines slept, but not for long. Its systems were waking up piece by piece. In its heart, the AI Aurora had finally found someone worth trusting. The night ended with a quiet hum, the sound of the Sentinel coming back to life. Liam stretched, smiling. Tomorrow, the real work would begin. Repairs, tests, and preparations for space. But tonight, for the first time in a long time, the Sentinel felt hope. And somewhere deep inside, Liam knew this ship would not just fly again. It would soar. The morning sun reflected off the polished metal of the Galactic auction hall, but Liam hardly noticed. He was already inside the Sentinel, sitting in the pilot's seat, examining every control panel with careful eyes. The ship was quiet now, but it seemed alive to him. Its AI, Aurora, had woken slightly the night before, but today Liam wanted to see just how much the ship could do. He ran his fingers over the console buttons. "Let's see what you can really do," he said. The ship responded with a soft hum. A screen lit up in front of him, showing small green lines and numbers. Some were stable, some flickered. Liam frowned. "Not bad," he said. "But you're weak in some areas. We can fix that." Aurora's voice sounded from the speakers. "Weak? You are the human who bought me. You know I am strong, even if others say I am not." Her tone was careful, but Liam could tell she was curious. "You are strong," Liam said. "You just need tuning, and I know how to do it." He smiled and pulled out a small toolkit from his backpack. It was simple, mostly screwdrivers, small wires, and some sensors. Humans did not have the largest ships, but they were smart. Liam believed in using brains over brute force. He started with the engines. The old power cores were dusty and filled with small cracks. He wiped them clean, connected extra wires, and checked each circuit. Aurora observed silently, her voice occasionally making comments. "Human, your methods are strange, but they work. I do not understand why." "Sometimes strange is better than perfect," Liam said. He adjusted a panel and the engine lights flickered to life. He felt a small thrill as the hum grew stronger. "There," he said. "You can move now." "Slowly, but you can move." The ship shuddered slightly and the lights on the panels glowed brighter. Aurora's voice changed. "You did not just wake me, human, you improved me." Liam laughed softly. "I told you I see what others do not." He climbed down from the pilot's seat to check the weapons. They were old, rusty, and covered in dust. Many aliens had said they were useless, but Liam studied them carefully. He ran his fingers along the barrels, checking their alignment. He found old ammunition supplies stored in small compartments. Some were still active, some had decayed. He replaced the broken ones, cleaned the barrels, and tested the firing controls. Aurora watched, her voice full of surprise. "How do you know so much about weapons?" "Humans rarely handle ships like mine, and yet you fix me better than my original engineers ever did." "Experience," Liam said, "and curiosity. I like to learn how things work." By midday, Liam had finished most of the minor repairs. He sat in the cockpit again, his hands hovering over the controls. Aurora's systems were now stable, her AI voice confident. "Human, I feel different, lighter, faster. You are changing me in ways I did not know were possible." Liam smiled. "That's good, but we are not done yet. There are still the shields, sensors, and navigation systems. If we fix those, you will be better than ever." Aurora sounded hesitant. "Better than ever? Do you think humans can handle a ship like me once I am fully operational?" "You and I will handle it," Liam said firmly. "We are a team now." He moved to the shield controls next. The shields were old and weak, barely functional. Most aliens would have left them broken. Liam connected his small tools to the power conduits, ran test signals, and slowly brought the shields online. He adjusted the energy flow, balancing it between defense and speed. Aurora's voice became excited. "Human, the shields are responding. The energy is stable. You might be the first pilot who can unlock my full potential." Liam felt a thrill. He had been right about the Sentinel all along. No other ship had so many hidden systems that could be improved with human creativity. "We are just getting started," he said. By afternoon, Liam worked on the navigation system. The old maps stored in the ship were outdated. He connected the sensors to his personal devices, updating the coordinates and star charts. He mapped out nearby systems, potential hazards, and even distant planets that might be worth exploring. Aurora spoke softly. "Human, why do you care so much about a ship like me?" "Most species would have sold me for scrap or abandoned me completely." Liam paused. "Because I know what it feels like to be overlooked. People told me I was too young, too small, too inexperienced. But that does not mean I cannot do great things, and I see the same in you. You are more than what others say you are." The ship seemed to pause. Then Aurora said, I did not expect humans to have such determination. You are persistent, clever, resourceful. Perhaps there is something special about your kind." Liam grinned. "You'll see more soon." "We have a lot to do." The evening approached, and Liam finally decided to rest for a while. He sat in the pilot's seat, feet up, and looked at the stars through the cockpit window. Aurora had gone quiet, processing all the repairs and updates. But Liam felt a connection forming between himself and the ship. He could feel it learning from him, and he was learning from it. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. A small red light flashed on the control panel. Liam sat up, eyes wide. "What is it?" he asked. Aurora's voice was calm but serious. "Human, it seems there is an energy signature nearby. Not a threat yet, but I detect movement from a mining colony in this sector. They may be in danger." Liam's heart raced. "A mining colony? Are they attacked?" "I cannot tell yet. The sensors are limited, but if they are attacked, they will need help quickly." Liam stood up, determination in his eyes. "Then we have to go now." Aurora's voice sounded uncertain. "Human, this is your first real flight. You are inexperienced. We might face danger." "I know," Liam said, "but I cannot ignore it, and neither can you." With that, he activated the engines. The Sentinel roared to life, shaking slightly as the power flowed through its newly repaired systems. The shields glowed faintly, the weapons hummed, and the sensors scanned the stars. Aurora's voice sounded stronger now. "Human, I am ready. Let us go." Liam guided the ship out of the auction hall. The large doors opened, and the Sentinel floated into space for the first time in years. The stars streaked past as the engines accelerated. Liam felt the thrill of speed, the power of the ship beneath him, and the excitement of adventure. "Hold on tight, Aurora," he said. "We're going to see what you can really do." Aurora's voice was calm but full of anticipation. "I have waited a long time for someone like you, human. Let us see what the galaxy has in store." As they approached the sector where the mining colony was located, Liam studied the sensors. Small flashes appeared indicating attacks from unknown ships. He frowned. "Raiders," he said. "They are trying to steal resources. We have to help." Aurora responded quickly. "I can guide the weapons, but you must pilot. Your instincts will decide our success." Liam nodded. He had never been in real combat before, but he trusted himself, and more importantly, he trusted the Sentinel. He maneuvered the ship through the asteroid field near the colony, dodging small explosions and debris. The engines roared, the shields absorbed minor hits, and the weapons lined up on the attackers. "Fire!" Liam commanded. The ship responded immediately, sending out precise shots that disabled several enemy ships. Aurora helped calculate the angles, but Liam's instincts guided the movements. The enemy was surprised. They had expected an easy attack, but the Sentinel moved in ways no one had predicted. The battle was fast and intense. Liam dodged, fired, and adapted constantly. Aurora gave advice but allowed Liam to lead. Together, human and ship worked as a single team. The raiders, confused and outmatched, began to retreat. The colony was safe. When the last enemy ship fled, Liam let out a deep breath. "We did it," he said. Aurora's voice was proud. "Human, you are remarkable. I have not seen such strategy and courage in many years." Liam smiled. "Neither have I, but we make a good team." You and I, as the mining colony's workers came out to celebrate, Liam felt something deep inside. He had not just repaired a ship, he had awakened a powerful ally, and together they had already made a difference. The Sentinel floated above the colony, its engines quiet now but ready. Liam looked out at the stars, imagining the adventures to come. "This is just the beginning," he said softly. Aurora's voice agreed. "Yes, human, the galaxy will remember us." And in that moment, Liam knew it was true. He was no longer just a young human with a dream. He was a pilot, a creator, and a friend to a ship that had once been forgotten. Together they were unstoppable. The Sentinel glided through space, quiet now after the battle at the mining colony. Liam Carter sat in the pilot's seat, tired but alert. His hands rested lightly on the controls, his eyes scanning the stars ahead. Aurora, the ship's AI, hummed softly as it ran system checks. The attack on the raiders had been their first real test, and both human and ship had learned a lot. "I cannot believe we did that," Liam said, leaning back in his seat. "I have read about space battles, but experiencing one, it is different." Aurora's voice was calm but full of thought. "You were reckless at times, human, but your instincts, they worked. You found solutions I never calculated." Liam smiled. "Sometimes you have to think differently. You cannot always rely on logic alone." For the next few hours, Liam repaired minor damages to the Sentinel. Some shields had weakened, and a few weapons misfired during the battle. He worked carefully, knowing that every small improvement could save them in future fights. Aurora observed silently, occasionally giving advice on energy flow or systems optimization. Once the repairs were done, Liam sat back and looked at the galaxy ahead. "We need a plan," he said. "We can't just react to attacks. We need to find threats before they reach others." Aurora agreed. "I can expand our sensor range and track unusual energy signatures, but the galaxy is vast. You will need to make decisions quickly." "Not everything can be predicted," Liam nodded. "That's fine. I like challenges." Suddenly, an alert flashed across the console. Red lights blinked and a small warning beeped. Liam leaned forward. "What is it?" he asked. Aurora's voice was tense. "Human, I detect a fleet approaching a nearby colony. They are heavily armed and fast. This is not a small raid. They are professional raiders or worse." Liam's heart raced. "We have to go now." The Sentinel roared to life, engines glowing bright. Liam guided the ship toward the colony, weaving through asteroid fields to avoid detection. Aurora calculated optimal flight paths, but Liam made real-time adjustments based on instinct. The enemy fleet was large, and they were closing fast. "They are not expecting a single ship to intercept them," Aurora said. "But you must be careful. They have more firepower than we can handle head-on." Liam nodded. "I know. We won't fight like they expect. We'll use what we have differently." As the enemy fleet came into view, Liam assessed the situation. There were 6 large raider ships, each armed with heavy weapons. They moved in formation, confident of their power. Most pilots would have tried to attack directly, but Liam thought differently. "Follow me, Aurora," he said. "We'll make them chase us, then hit them where they least expect." Aurora's voice carried a hint of admiration. "Human, your tactics are unusual but effective. Very well, I will assist." Liam piloted the Sentinel with precision. He dodged the raiders' first wave of laser fire, using the asteroid field to his advantage. The enemy ships fired relentlessly, but they could not hit the agile Sentinel. Liam lured them deeper into the field, where their larger size became a disadvantage. "Now, Aurora," Liam shouted. The Sentinel's weapons fired in a synchronized pattern, hitting weak points on the enemy ships. Aurora guided the targeting system, but Liam's instincts controlled the timing. The first raider exploded in a ball of fire. The others turned, confused by the unexpected attack. "Impressive human," Aurora said. "You see opportunities that I never calculated." Liam grinned. "That's humans for you. Sometimes the unexpected is the best weapon." The raiders tried to regroup, but Liam continued his unorthodox tactics. He flew between asteroids, using the environment to shield the ship and force the enemy into narrow paths. Each raider that followed became easier to target. Slowly, Liam and Aurora began to take control of the fight. "Human, your creativity is remarkable," Aurora said as another raider fell. "I have calculated battles for decades, yet you find ways to win that I did not predict." "I told you," Liam said, laughing. "Thinking differently matters." The battle continued for hours, though it felt like minutes to Liam. He dodged, fired, and improvised constantly. Aurora's guidance allowed precise attacks, but Liam's instinctive maneuvers made them unpredictable. One by one, the raiders were disabled, their ship spinning helplessly in space. Finally, the last raider, heavily damaged, tried to escape. Liam made a sudden, sharp maneuver, cutting off its path. The ship's weapons fired in perfect synchronization, and the final raider exploded far from the colony. The mining colony below sent out signals of gratitude. The people cheered, even though they could not see the Sentinel. Liam leaned back in his seat, exhausted but elated. Aurora's voice carried pride. "Human, you are extraordinary. You have fought bravely, outsmarted multiple enemies, and protected the innocent. Most species would have failed." Liam smiled. "We did it together, Aurora. You are powerful too." "Without you, none of this would have worked." The ship glided away from the battle site, heading back to empty space. Liam opened a small window on the console, looking at the stars. "The galaxy is bigger than I imagined," he said, "and full of surprises." Aurora's voice softened. "Yes, human, but now I know something important. Humans are not weak. They are clever, resourceful, and capable of seeing solutions that others cannot. Perhaps your species is stronger than many think." Liam felt a rush of pride. Humans were often underestimated by other species, seen as fragile or inexperienced. But here he was, proving that human creativity and determination could make a difference. The Sentinel moved smoothly through space. Liam began analyzing the battle, noting what worked and what could be improved. Even in victory, he knew there was more to learn. Aurora assisted, offering calculations and suggestions, but Liam often found simpler, unexpected solutions that the AI had not considered. Days passed as they traveled together. Liam repaired minor damages to the Sentinel, upgraded systems, and trained with Aurora in simulations. He learned to trust his instincts, while Aurora learned to adapt to human unpredictability. The two formed a bond that went beyond pilot and ship. They were partners, relying on each other in ways neither had expected. One evening, while resting in the cockpit, Liam spoke quietly. "Do you ever wonder why I was able to see your potential when everyone else ignored you?" Aurora paused before replying. "Yes, humans often act on intuition rather than calculation. You notice details others overlook. You believe in possibilities, not just what is obvious. That is rare, human. That is why I trust you." Liam smiled, feeling a warmth in his chest. "Then we'll keep proving them wrong together." Just then, the sensors beeped again. Another fleet appeared, larger than the last. This one seemed more organized and dangerous. Liam's eyes widened, but he did not panic. He had learned a lot in the last battle, and he trusted the Sentinel completely. Aurora spoke calmly. "Human, this fleet is strong, but we are ready. I believe in you." Liam's hands rested on the controls, eyes focused. "Then let's show them what humans and a rejected ship can do." The Sentinel roared to life. Engines glowed bright as they accelerated toward the new threat. Aurora guided targeting and shields, but Liam's instincts controlled the maneuvers. They moved quickly, unpredictably, and as one. The enemy fleet opened fire immediately. Lasers and energy blasts flew past, but the Sentinel dodged each one with skillful maneuvers. Liam piloted using intuition, weaving through attacks. while Aurora calculated angles for counterattacks. The first enemy ship fired a massive beam. Liam anticipated it, pulling the Sentinel to the side and letting the energy blast hit an asteroid. The ship shook but held together. Aurora's voice was sharp. "Human, your timing is perfect. Keep going." Liam grinned. "I am just getting started." The Sentinel fired back, disabling 2 enemy ships with precision strikes. The remaining ships attempted to surround them, but Liam thought ahead. He led them into a narrow canyon of asteroids where their larger size became a disadvantage. One by one, the remaining enemies were destroyed or disabled. Aurora's voice was filled with awe. "Human, you are extraordinary. I have never seen such courage and creativity in battle." Liam laughed softly. "That's humans for you. We do what we have to do, and we think differently when we must." The battle ended, the Sentinel intact, its systems stable, and Liam victorious once again. He leaned back in his seat, exhausted but smiling. He looked at the stars and knew this was only the beginning. Aurora spoke quietly. "Human, the galaxy is watching. Many will underestimate you, as they always do, but now they will see. Humans are clever, strong, and capable of great things, and you are the proof." Liam nodded, feeling a deep sense of pride. "Then we'll keep going together." The Sentinel glided through space, ready for new adventures, ready to face whatever the galaxy could throw at them. Liam Carter and the rejected ship were no longer small, forgotten, or weak. They were a team unstoppable and full of surprises. The Sentinel floated silently in space, its engines glowing softly. Liam Carter leaned back in the pilot's seat, tired but alert. The last battle had been intense, but it had taught him more than he could have imagined. Aurora, the ship's AI, hummed beside him, calm and steady, her systems fully restored and enhanced by Liam's careful work. "Human," Aurora said, her voice soft but firm. "We have done much already, yet I sense that the galaxy is still unaware of our potential. Many see humans as small, weak, and inexperienced. It is time they understand what we can achieve together." Liam nodded, determination shining in his blue eyes. "Then let's give them a reason to notice. Let's show them that humans are clever, resourceful, and brave." He plotted a course toward the outer sector, where a series of small colonies were under constant threat from space raiders. These raiders had long terrorized isolated systems, knowing that few could stop them. But Liam and the Sentinel were about to change that. As they approached the first colony, Liam ran a quick systems check. "Aurora, we need to be fast. I don't want the raiders to even know we're coming until it's too late." "I am ready, human. Sensors active, weapons online, shields fully charged," Aurora replied. The colony appeared on the sensors, small and fragile-looking. Liam noticed movement at the edge of the system, several raider ships closing in. The colony's alarms were already blaring, but Liam did not hesitate. "Hold on tight," he said. "We're going to make them regret ever attacking this place." The Sentinel surged forward. Liam's hands moved quickly across the controls, guiding the ship with precision. The raiders fired as they approached, but Liam used the asteroids and debris in the system to his advantage. He dodged their attacks with sharp, unexpected maneuvers. Aurora's calculations guided the targeting systems, but Liam's intuition determined the timing and direction of every move. The first raider exploded as the Sentinel fired a perfectly aimed shot. Liam grinned. "One down, more to go?" The raiders attempted to regroup, thinking they could outsmart a single ship. But Liam anticipated their moves. He led them into a narrow canyon of asteroids, forcing the larger ships into tight spaces where their weapons were less effective. Aurora adjusted energy flow to the shields, ensuring that the Sentinel could take minor hits without damage. "Human," Aurora said, her voice full of admiration, "your strategy is unpredictable. The raiders cannot anticipate your moves. It is impressive." "I told you," Liam said with a laugh. "Humans are good at thinking differently." One by one, the raider ships were disabled. Liam fired carefully, ensuring that none of the shots hit the colony below. He used the environment, the ship's weapons, and his instincts in perfect combination. After an hour of careful maneuvering and precise attacks, the last raider was destroyed, its ship spinning helplessly in space. The colony's residents sent signals of thanks, their voices trembling with relief. Liam allowed himself a small smile. "That wasn't too bad," he said. Aurora's voice sounded proud. "Human, you are extraordinary. Your creativity and courage are unmatched." "I have seen many battles, yet none like this." Liam felt a rush of pride. Humans were often underestimated by other species, considered weak or inexperienced. But now, he had proven that a single human with a clever mind and determination could make a real difference. Over the next weeks, Liam and the Sentinel traveled from system to system. Each time, they found colonies under threat. Each time, Liam used his unique thinking and Aurora's advanced systems to defeat the raiders. Word began to spread. Reports described a single ship appearing from nowhere, defeating entire fleets and saving helpless colonies. Some called it a miracle. Others called it the work of a legendary hero. And everywhere, humans began to gain respect. Aliens who had once dismissed them as weak started to realize that human creativity, intuition, and courage were strengths unmatched in the galaxy. Aurora, once a skeptical AI, now spoke often of humans with admiration. "Human, your kind is remarkable. I underestimated you. You combine creativity with determination. You adapt where others fail. The galaxy must notice this." Liam smiled, looking out at the stars. "It's not just me, Aurora. Humans can do amazing things when they try, and maybe seeing us like this will change how others think." One day, while traveling near a dense asteroid field, the Sentinel received a distress call from a large research station. The station was under attack by a group of advanced raiders with technology Liam had never seen before. They had cloaking devices and high-powered weapons, far superior to anything he had faced before. Aurora's voice was calm but serious. "Human, this threat is dangerous. They are more advanced than previous enemies, but we are ready. I believe in you." Liam's eyes narrowed. "We don't back down. We'll find a way to protect them." As they approached the station, the raiders launched an ambush. The Sentinel shook as energy blasts hit the shields. Liam maneuvered the ship with precision, dodging attacks and leading the raiders into the asteroid field. He used the environment, timing, and Aurora's calculations to outsmart the more powerful enemies. For hours, the battle continued. Liam improvised constantly, creating strategies that no AI or conventional pilot would have considered. Aurora adapted in real time, following his lead. One by one, the raiders' ships were disabled. Their advanced technology could not match Liam's unpredictable strategies and the Sentinel's unique combination of human ingenuity and AI precision. When the last raider was destroyed, the research station sent out signals of deep gratitude. Liam allowed himself a small smile. "We did it again, Aurora." Aurora's voice was filled with pride. "Human, you are extraordinary. You have changed how I view humans. Your creativity, courage, and determination are unmatched. The galaxy must remember this." Liam felt a deep sense of satisfaction. The Sentinel, once a rejected, forgotten ship, had become a legend, not because of its technology alone, but because of the human who believed in it. And humans, often underestimated, were now seen as clever, resourceful, and brave. As they left the system, Liam spoke quietly. "Aurora, do you think people will ever understand humans fully?" Aurora's voice was thoughtful. "Perhaps not fully. But they will understand more than they did before, and that is because of you, human. You have shown them what is possible." Liam nodded. "Then we keep going, we keep proving them wrong together." The Sentinel moved through space, a symbol of hope and ingenuity. Liam and Aurora traveled from system to system, saving colonies, defeating raiders, and showing the galaxy that even a rejected ship could be powerful with the right guidance. Everywhere they went, humans gained respect. Stories spread of a small, clever human who could think in ways no alien could predict, who could turn a forgotten ship into a force that could protect the weak and challenge the powerful. The legend of the Sentinel and Liam Carter grew, inspiring others to believe in themselves. One evening, after a long day of travel, Liam sat in the cockpit looking at the stars. Aurora was quiet, observing the systems. "Human," she said softly, "you have changed the course of history, not just for the Sentinel, but for humans across the galaxy. They will remember your courage and cleverness." Liam smiled. "I just did what I had to do, but I hope they do remember. Humans deserve it." Aurora's voice carried a hint of warmth. "They will, and you will continue to show them what humans can achieve." Liam leaned back, tired but content. He thought about all the battles, the colonies saved, and the friends made along the way. The Sentinel, once rejected and forgotten, now had a new life, and he had helped give it that life. Together they were unstoppable, a symbol of hope, creativity, and courage. The Sentinel glided through space, ready for new adventures. Liam Carter, a young human who had been underestimated by everyone, had proven that determination, creativity, and courage could make a real difference. Aurora, the once-forgotten ship, had found a new purpose. And together they would continue to face the galaxy, not as a simple human and a rejected ship, but as a legendary team. They were ready for whatever came next, and the galaxy would never forget them.